Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am currently exactly 37 weeks with our second baby, and I wanted to just kind of jump on, go over our home birth kit and show you a little bit of what we have to gather for a water birth. We will be having this baby at home as well, like we did my daughter. We do not know the sex. It is a surprise. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and take everything out of the boxes to show you guys what we have.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay?
I know it can kind of seem a little overwhelming, but it's really not. And this technically isn't even everything. I have like my postpartum box separate, and we still need to, I have a matching like swaddle with a hat and a bow. So whatever sex it is, we'll put that on there. I just have to wash that, and we also have to wash like the baby's first outfit, which will be the same one that my daughter wore. And I need to just open the pack of like newborn diapers and stuff and get that stuff set up. So a lot of this stuff is required by my midwife, so I'll go ahead and go through everything. This is just a little space heater in case, there's temperature issues in a room, because it has to be an exact temperature for the baby. This is for pain. I didn't use it last time. We didn't use this either, but they just want it all in one spot in case they do. This is the little thermometer for the temperature of the pool. Again, has to be pretty warm, which we have a couple of pots and pans that we use on the stove to keep the temperature at the right temperature. This is for the placenta. This is like in case I vomit. I'm not quite sure what the big bucket's for. I think it's just regarding like dumping water or taking water out or, anything like that. My midwife also gives us a onesie that says "Welcome to the World" by the name of her practice, which I did cover up for privacy reasons. This again, I'm not going to show you, but it's got all of the personal information, my birth plan, the emergency plan, who to contact, if the baby decides to come before they arrive. All that stuff is set. And then the box below it is all of the medical supplies that the midwife will need. So gloves, it has the disposable pads, it has the umbilical powder. It also contains our vitamin K. So we opt out of the vitamin K injection, but we do opt in on the oral solution. So that is in there that we have to give the baby every day for the first 12 weeks. I did add my Doppler, but my midwife does have her own. And then here is just a bottle of holy water, which we add to the water before the baby is born. I will go ahead and link below the video of my first home birth with my daughter Amelia, and you will see that we did do this with her as well. A couple of essential oils that I've added is neroli. So neroli is good for pain and like anxiety during labor, so I will probably have that going in the machine. And then jasmine is good for... Wait a second. I think I'm getting these mixed up. Jasmine is good for like massaging and stuff like that. No, I'm not getting confused. But the clary sage that I want to get is actually going to help like with releasing oxytocin, which is the body's natural hormone to help during labor. So I do need to get that to add to this. And I will probably burn the neroli and the clary sage just to help. IV fluids in case we need it. Didn't need it the last time. This is so we can provide like counter pressure on my back and roll it on my back, which as of right now, it will just be my husband, my daughter, depending, and my best friend Adriana at the birth for support and for childcare. I don't know how I will feel. I may want more people here. My daughter's birth, there was a lot of people here. So we will wait and see as terms of that as the birth plan. Again, this has just got rice in it. We made to, put on my neck or something like that. This is my birthing outfit. So it's like a little skirt with a little bra piece. We got some garbage bags with some other bags and Q-tips, flashlight for the midwife. This is just for like dirty towels and things like that. It won't be like used for the placenta because I will be doing the placenta encapsulation. And then we have a couple of shower liners. We'll probably put one under the pool, put one on the bed, and I just have an extra one. This is to clean the pool once we're done. The olive oil, my midwife actually uses as like a lube. And then this is to clean the pool. Let me breathe for a second because I feel very out of breath. Sorry. Thanks, baby. You can kind of see where the baby is right now. These are my little inspirational quotes that my sister had made me with my first birth and I saved. This is the hose to fill the bath with. I do want to get a different one. These are just receiving blankets to use for like towels or whatever. I have a different one that like the baby would be wrapped in. This is the afterbirth bath. So after the baby is born, later on in the day, the baby and I would go ahead and, take a bath. It helps. So there's that. Oh, I didn't even notice this was in here. But yeah, this is the cord care powder from my daughter. This is actually leftover beeswax that I saved from burning my daughter's umbilical cord. My dad had built this beautiful umbilical cord box. So what will happen is baby will be on my chest, the cord will lay across here, and 2 people can participate in the burning at the same time. I think my dad actually, let me turn it around. So he put Made with Love by Grandpa Adams. So we will use that again. I do need to get the beeswax candles though. We have some paper towels, and this is a boy flag and a girl flag. So depending on the sex, we will put those out. Just a whole bunch of towels and washcloths just because of the water birth. This will probably go under the birth pool as well. And this will go on the bed just in case I do have to labor in bed, which I ended up having to do with my daughter. But I'm hoping that we can actually have a water birth this time. And this. So if you had watched my previous video, you know that my grandfather recently passed away. And we are currently living in his house. So not only is it a blessing that we are, delivering this baby in my grandparents' home, but this is also one of their towels. So this will be the towel that will be on the baby as soon as the baby is born. And then I just have a birth ball, to help with labor and things like that. I'm sure I am forgetting lots of things, but this is just kind of the quick basic overall of prepping for a home birth. And I hope this gives you guys some ideas on what you may need or some ideas for your birth plan. I am going to go ahead and talk a little bit more of our birth plan in just a minute. I'm just going to grab some water and put all this stuff away back. Put the stuff back away into the tote. All right, so I had to just step away for a quick second, but I'm back to kind of talk to you guys a little bit of some choices that we've been doing during pregnancy and kind of like my birth plan. So some things that we have been doing or have not been doing during pregnancy is we only get one ultrasound, which is the 20-week anatomy scan. We do not do any of the other ultrasounds. I take my prenatal, I take fish oil, vitamin D, but I've been out for, well, honestly, I don't think I've taken it at all this pregnancy, but I know I should. And I just started my evening primrose. I would also like to start the raspberry leaf tea, which I have to order along with a couple of other things still. And then the gentle birth, which is unfortunately out of stock right now. So those are just some things that I do personally to prep for labor. A lot of those things help with ripening your cervix, getting your uterus ready, allowing birth to be quote unquote faster, easier. And then in regards to the actual birth plan, with my daughter, I wanted a lot of people there. This time, we want to try to do it a little bit more private to see which we prefer better. And then my daughter will be here, my best friend, Adriana, who will be here for my support, but also child's care, and then my husband and the midwife. And we also have a photographer coming, which I'm very excited. This is a very intimate moment that I hope to look back on. I will link below the birth video of my daughter that we watch frequently. It still brings tears to our eyes. Even my daughter, who's almost 2, she gets emotional, which is absolutely adorable. So that is what the plan is for this birth as well. To backtrack for a second, I think I forgot to mention that I also take magnesium at night, which helps like with bone growth. And something else that is not a myth, some people will have dates every day during their pregnancy. I've tried this. Dates are absolutely disgusting. So I personally do not do that, but that is also something else that could possibly help you. And all right, so I think that's kind of everything for like pregnancy stuff. In terms of birth plan, this time I do really want to birth in the pool. I was unable to do so last time. I also pushed for a very, very long time. And this time I want to kind of do the fetal reject reflex, where you really don't push, the baby just comes out, because our bodies are absolutely amazing. So pray for me for that. And then this is our second child, and my midwife has pools for us that we can actually loan. But I think I want to invest in our own pool as we want more kids, and it would just seems like it would be beneficial for us. So we may be doing that as well if we have enough time, because I am 37 weeks and we have a lot to do still. We are procrastinators. Just a lot has been going on. So some other things that I'm going to pull from my daughter's birth that I want different this time is that first hour. I was very adamant. I wanted this, and this the first time. And I think after you have kids, they kind of open your eyes to be like less of a control freak. So we're really going with the flow with this birth, not really intentional with our birth plan, gonna wing it, see what happens. But that first hour after after the baby is born, I want on me. We're going to have the baby find the nipple for, breastfeeding, where we're not going to latch the baby. Babies can naturally find the nipple themselves. It's, again, amazing. Something else is we will wait to do like the nurse assessment and the burning of the cord. Obviously the burning of the cord will happen after it stops pulsating, and then we will do the placenta encapsulation. I can attach some benefits here on the screen of the placenta encapsulation, but obviously talk to your midwife and look more into that to see if it's something for you. There are other routes and avenues as well. And then on top of that, we don't circumcise if it's a boy. What else? We don't do a lot of like the testings that they require in the hospital. I did mention earlier about how we decline the vitamin K injection and we do the oral solution. But yeah, I'm really stressing that first hour. I made that very adamant that is what is important. Grabbing my notebook out because I just want to make sure I touched up on everything. I do have a list here of some really good resources I'll attach below regarding like Miles Circuit, Spinning for Babies, Bradley Method, Hypnobirthing. I did a lot of that research like with my first daughter, not this time around, just because I didn't really do any of that stuff, to each your own. But I definitely think if you're doing a home birth or, either birthing in the hospital, I think it would definitely be a good strategy to look up all of these different techniques. So I will attach those below along with my first birth video as well. It's very emotional, gives you a really good sense of home births and natural births, natural births. One thing I did want to do this pregnancy, which I did not, was read the Ina May book. I really would like to invest in that and read it for our next birth. But I do know, in terms of speaking to my midwife and other people who have had home births, this is a tremendously amazing resource. She is amazing. So some other things that I just jotted down quick is obviously we can't like sometimes we get so tense that we fight the contraction. We have to try to relax as much as possible and not fight the contraction, which I want to continue to do. I also want to move through each contraction. I feel like I did not do this initially, and instead of like moving, I pushed. It was my first baby. I didn't know what to expect. Obviously, when you have another, it's a little different. So I do want to do a lot of that. And also during like pre-labor, you can go walking, you can do curb walking, you can squat, you can, stand in the shower with some hot water on your back, provide counter pressure. There's a lot of different techniques. Also, if you have a doula, they can recommend even more techniques to help you. This may sound weird, the next two things. So nipple stimulation. In the hospital, we give Pitocin to induce labor. At home, we don't have IVs in our arms. We're not, pumping our bodies full of pain medication and Pitocin and things like this. So if you stimulate your nipples in whatever way you want, your body will actually release the natural hormone oxytocin, which induces labor. So keep that in mind if you're having a prolonged home birth. Also, you can, along with like the supplements that I mentioned before, you can do a perineal massage. So that is where you massage your perineum to allow it to soften as well to prevent tearing. And then, let me see. Oh, one thing I didn't do first time around was I was like scared to get on the toilet. And I don't know why, because sitting in the squatting position actually allows your pelvic floor to relax, which is beneficial. But also if you pee often, because you have to stay hydrated, then you're allowing that baby room because the bladder won't be so full. So that is something that I want to do. TMI, but I'm pretty sure I peed on my midwife when the baby was coming out. And then two other things I just want to last mention is my first pregnancy, I worked out a lot. In this pregnancy, I have not. I know it is definitely reflecting on how I've been feeling. I don't want that to happen again in our next pregnancy. So exercise is very important, obviously, for our bodies to withstand this baby, but also for labor, and our pelvic floor is extremely important. So I know I will definitely need some pelvic floor therapy. When I reached out to a therapist after my first baby, I did not need pelvic floor therapy, but I definitely know I do this time. Just thanks, baby number 2. And then if you watch my first birth video, you will see that we actually make a birthday cake with a 0 on top. My mom will be doing that again for this baby, and we will sing happy birthday to the baby. So that is something I'm pretty excited about. I'm assuming, my daughter will be involved making that cake as well. I know this video seems really unorganized, but that's my brain, that's my life. I do hope that you can get some tips and tricks out of here on, something that can help you. And I hope you choose home birth, because it is the best thing ever and the greatest experience. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned, because I will be posting some more baby content. I think I'm going to kind of maybe show you what I have in my postpartum box. It's very minimalistic, but it may help somebody. So, and probably doing a lot of upcoming baby videos. So if you liked this video, make sure you like and hit the subscribe button to see upcoming content. I do kind of lifestyle homemaking videos here on my channel as well. So, all right, well, you all have a great day, and thank you for watching. Bye.
Hello, you